Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, pupils. I am Mr. Hello, pupils. I am Mr. Kolade M. Hay. I am happy to meet you on this platform. As you all know that it is no more news that schools are locked down as a result of COVID-19 pandemic. We pray Allah heal the world and protect every one of us. I want to advise you to stay at home and keep safe. Also, I am happy to inform you that our school, Cty International School, has begun the third term activities through our e-learning portal. And today, inshallah, we are starting the first week of the term. And our subject we are taking today is basic science and technology. And our topic is water cycle. Now let us go into the content. Water cycle. Everybody say it. What does it mean? Water cycle describes continuous movement of water on, above, and below the earth's surface. Let me take that again. Water cycle describes the continuous movement of water on, above, and below the earth's surface. This is telling us that before you can talk about water cycle, you must see the movement, continuous movement of water flowing. It could be on the earth's surface, above it, or below the earth's surface. Water moves from one reservoir to another. Yes. Small rivers flows into the oceans. This explains that water moves from one reservoir to another. Water cycle involves exchange of energy which leads to temperature changes. Let us try to study this image. It explains, you can see the blue part of it represents water. And that is a big river, I think. Can you all see it? Thank you very much. This one will lead us to importance of water cycle. When we say water cycle describes or it means the continuous movement of water on, above, and below the earth's surface. Of what importance is the water cycle? The first one is it purifies water. Yes, when water moves, flows, it is not stagnant. Then it purifies the water. When dirt or anything that can contaminate it drops into it, then it flows it away. This makes it to remain pure every time. Imagine, or let me say, dirt drops in water that is stagnant. When the object, substance that drops in it when the quantity of substances, these contaminated substances, is more than the water, and the water is not flowing, what happens to the water? It becomes unsafe for our consumption. So that is why the water cycle makes it uh, possible for water to be purified. It purifies the water. Then the next one is it replaces used fresh water on land. Yes, when we take from the water, it reduces in quantity, and because it flows, the part we take away is replaced immediately. And this one makes it make the replacement of used fresh water on land. The last one is transportation of mineral resources or minerals to different parts of the world. Yes, when minerals are in the land in a particular place, when water flows, it flows with these minerals, it moves some of them to other parts where they are not present, and this one makes it to be available where it is not present before. Then let's try to go back to summarize this one before we go to the next one, which is the rain formation. But before we go back, let's take a look at the water cycle again. The definition, everybody, let's go together. Water cycle describes the continuous movement of water on, above, and below the earth's surface. I want you to get this definition very well and make sure you keep them with you. And you should not forget that this water moves from one reservoir to another. And when they move, they made the exchange of energy possible, which also leads to temperature changes. And I've told you that the blue part of this image is explaining the movement of the water, and that is what we have over there. And I told you that this movement of water make it possible for the water to be purified. It purifies the water. Also, it replaces the used one, and the last one, it transports mineral resources to different parts of the world. Now we want to explain rain formation, but before we go into that, I want you pupils to give me a poem which students sing when it rains. Yes, okay. Children will be saying, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little children want to play. Thank you very much. Having gotten that, we go into rain formation. This explains how rain is formed. When you say rain formation, we are talking about how the rain is formed. Children are amazed that, wow, how rain forms. Yes, we are going to explain the scientific explanation of how rain formed. In this process, the sun, do you all know the sun? Yes, the sun, that very sun. It eats up water in the ocean. Anytime sun rises, the heat from heats up water in the ocean, water on the land, the water in rivers, and in the seas. This water, heated, evaporates as water vapor into the air. They disappear. They go into the air as what? As water vapor. It's not only water, mind you. Snow and ice can also directly can also change directly to form water vapor. As this happens to water, the same thing happens to snow and ice. They also change to form water vapor. So when the heat from the sun comes, it heats up the water or the snow or the ice. Then by this, the water vapor is formed, and they are there. If you look up, you see the water vapor, and when they are in the cloud, this water vapor, particles, this one coming from this place, this one coming from this place, this one coming from this place, different places, they come together. And that is what we mean by the water vapor in form of cloud particles collide. They come together, they team up and grow. Then they become bigger. Small part here, another one there. They come together, then they are becoming bigger and bigger. And at the end, they now fall. They then fall as what? As rain. And that is when you have these children. Can you see what is this coming down from the cloud? You can see that it is raining. It is raining. It is raining on that mountain. And you can see how the heat from the sun. You can see the sun. It is yellow. Can you see it? The sun. Can you see? Okay. See the red arrow and those white waves. They are explaining how the sun is eating up the water from the sea. You can see the sea. The blue sign is represented the sea. Why that arrow, red arrow on that sea pointing up is telling you how the water is escaping. How the water is escaping from the sea as water vapor into the air. Then if you look at this arrow, this one is telling you that they are going there into the cloud to stay, and when they are big enough, they fall down as rain back to the hard surface. And this one explains how the rain is formed in scientific explanation. I believe with this, you pupils now understand the scientific explanation of how the rain is formed. Alhamdulillah. With this, we come to the end of today's lesson. Inshallah, we shall meet again to continue in another subject in another day. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it beneficial to us and to make us understand this concept and other ones we'll be teaching in other subjects. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Assalamu ala mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.